The Obsession with Acting Tough by the Duck. We're gonna look at this. Yeah, indeed. People love to act tough, especially on the internet, right? IRL as well, but especially on the internet. Why does SpongeBob look like he's from the hood? Anyway, we're going in. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're going in. I'm curious.
Dudes are really trying to act hard in our current year. Now, in no means am I saying I'm tough, because I'm not. Let's get that out of the way. I'm sweeter than grandma's.
True. Same with me. I'm like not tough. Like, I'm like a normal dude. I got nothing to prove.
Cookies. I mean, look at my channel mascot, and plus I'm a YouTuber. Shit is very sweet around.
And I'm a VTuber. And occasionally, I make people angry with my takes. Anyway, moving on.
Here. Now, there really is some people I've seen in my lifetime that really act like they're real demons amongst us when they're not, they're fakes. And even people on the internet as well. Now, we'll start with the term a fake demon. Now,
these people act like they're like there are dudes, right, that act like that they are him when you're not him. Like, bro, put the fries in the back. You're not Escanor. You are not the sin of what was it? Pride? No. What was it for Escanor? I forgot. And anyway, regardless, right? You're not Escanor. You're just not.
what is a fake demon, you ask? Somebody who actually thinks they do the most demonic shit ever. But in reality, they're charm and ultra soft with smooth tear. They'll always try to portray themselves as the scariest dude on the planet or that you shouldn't mess with them. But yeah, I searched up sweeter than sugar on TikTok, and I was curious to see what came up, and this is what I found. I don't care, keep going, be my
Toy, I'm doxing you and swatting you. Yes, sure, big guy. Of course you will. It was pride. The lion's sin of pride. Anyway, you're not Escador. Nobody's going to apologize to you because they exist in your world.
toy, or I'm doxing you and swatting you. What the hell? Do me a favor, just go in Roblox right now and look down at your shirt. You got a cute little cat on your shirt and you're saying all this shit. Like, you're not tough, bro. You're just a chud. You're really gonna dox people over Roblox? Yo, you gotta get it together, bro.
Quit shining. The term chud has been so apprehended. That's not a chud. That's just mental illness, right? Right? There's no chud about this, right? Also, usually chuds aren't the ones doxing. It's usually the mentally ill blue-haired person.
Don't lie to me.
I'm sorry, but turn around.
Really?
At first glance, you're walking down the street at night.
Was he just dressed like fucking Yuichi Itadori? What is going on?
Some dude that looks like this pulls up on you. You're gonna be shitting yourself. Well, I would at least, because look, man, I'm sweet, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really just prefer it to be peace and tranquility over here. In this situation, I would have ran already, or I would have been like speed walking. But this guy confronted him, and this is what happened. Okay, I'd sound like a top 5 channel.
You want to play this game today? All right, come here.
And now he's done, just like that.
So you walked towards him and the bro just folded.
He said, "Come here," and instantly folded like a MacBook Air. Dudes are really fake demons. This guy looked so menacing at first, chasing him down, or not chasing him down, but he was like walking in his direction. But that was an instantaneous fold, bro. It wasn't even a second. Next, we gotta talk about the internet thug.
Yeah, they folded faster than the digital only bros when the Call of Duty the Black Ops 2 port was announced and released. By the way, I'm pro physical, just saying this, but people immediately folded once that game got announced and released. If it is it released already? Got announced? Something like that. But they immediately, regardless, they immediately folded. Same energy. Literally same energy. Just like this guy.
This dude really acts like he commits crimes on the daily. But in reality, we all know he's trolling and is only tough when talking behind the screen. They'll really threaten to dox you, beat up your entire family bloodline, pretend to be badass and about that life online. But of course, when it comes to real life, They come across somebody on the internet that doesn't play, and they have to go toe-to-toe with them. They just duck, even though they were the person that was like, yo, drop your addy right now, as they're like talking shit to them in the game. Fake crash outs. Sometimes emotions really get the best of us. But here's a reenactment of the fake crash outs. Hypothetical crash out. That's the level of impact their crash out has. Even though they make it the biggest deal in the entire world, they gotta tell the world they're about to crash out. Their favorite phrase is really, on God, I'm about to crash out. Customer service is giving them a hard time. On God, I'm about to crash out. They put dill pickles on their burger. On God, I'm about to crash out. There was a whole meme in 2024 about how people
On God, I'm gonna cry. I'm about to crash out. To be fair, I say that as well, but I actually like crash out. I'm like, just like even rage quitting games. So there's that. Hey, at least I do kind of. But fair.
people who said that had photos like this in their living room. And look, man, I'm not gonna lie. I probably got some photos like this in my living room. So hey, if you're putting on a
Interesting. I don't have a. Kind of sad. I don't have a childhood photo. I don't have any photos of me anywhere really. Now that I think about it, well, fuck.
front, bro, stay in your lane. There's nothing wrong with being a good kid. You don't have to put on this front of being a menace every second of the day. Although I don't have any examples online, I have some examples from real life. This is not just an online occurrence. In 2022, I encountered my first fake crash out slash fake demon. So I was working on the shift at a grocery store. I was tired, it was late, I was ready to go home. Then all of a sudden, this fake Karen crash out comes in and just starts talking crazy to the person at the customer service desk. I feel like they weren't really crashing out, but the crash out was brewing. Like they were beginning the meltdown phase. They were yelling and throwing a temper tantrum. Over the way, one of the cashiers bagged something. That cashier may have been me, because she went right to the customer service desk and just started threatening to fire the lady that was working there. And at first I was worried, like, damn, am I really gonna get this lady fired because I bagged something so shittily? But then she didn't really seem worried. She's like, yo, you're not gonna do shit. You know, although this Karen trope is like ran into the ground at this point, like it's real. I thought this shit was an internet exclusive my whole life. Moral of the story.
It's not. It's not. Right? The thing is like stereotypes. See, the thing is like people are like, oh, but that's just a stereotype. And I'm like, too bad that the stereotype oftentimes has, the reason why a stereotype exists is because it happens. That's why it is the stereotype, because it happens. That's the problem, and that's why Karens, right, exist. The term Karen exists. It exists because it happens. It's a stereotype, but it happens.
Story. She didn't do shit, man. She was just going on a temper tantrum for nothing, man. Fake crashing out. Nobody got fired. This was the stupidest shit ever. One time, all right, we were in the middle of the burbs, man. Just straight suburban area. Like I said, I'm from the burbs. Shit is hella sweet over here. But I guess someone had this dude over, you know, he had a few drinks. Okay, not a few drinks. But when he went outside, I don't know who he was feeling like, because immediately he just started pointing finger guns at the neighbor's house. They just started going like, bow, bow, bow. Like, are we serious? This dude's really acting like he has sticks. Bro, you have no sticks for nobody. Am I crazy for including this in the video? Like, yo, this dude, we're in the middle of the suburbs, man. And then a few minutes later, there was a cop car that showed up. I don't think anything happened because, yeah, he was just a drunk idiot. But if somebody was there to press him, he's folding immediately, bro. I could just tell. If a real demon showed up, somebody who really did not mess around, come on, like he would have folded. Was he trying to act tough? I don't know what the goal of that was. Next, we got the when my eyes turn red, run. They really think they're part beast and they're super dangerous. This internet trope is too funny. They really think they're seeing red, when in reality, bro, they're not gonna do shit. I don't even know how this phrase came to be, but no.
I've never heard of this. Am I old? Am I an unk? I mean, I am, but like, I've never heard of this being a trope or something people. Honestly, the earlier one, I haven't heard that either. Like the ONG part, I've never heard that either. Like I've seen people say I'm gonna crash out, but like that's about it. I don't know. But this one I've never heard of. Interesting that that's a thing.
Nobody is running. They really think they have a goddamn dark side or something, and they're just stowing it away like an anime villain. Now, I don't think anybody in real life unironically says this shit anymore, because it's just getting made fun of on the internet like crazy. But there were really days I've seen people like see red or like do an anime villain transformation, and that shit would go viral. But if you hear that today, like, you're not taking that shit serious, that you would just think they're sweeter than sugar. It really sounds like a 90s movie trope. It's that corny. Ego lifters.
To be fair, for the most part, if somebody genuinely sees red, usually that means the anger has started clouding their judgment and they become violent. Like, none of these people that say, I'm gonna see red, I see red, actually sees red. Because you probably wouldn't say that. You would just literally, that's it, throw hands. I think ego lifters, fair.
There's nothing wrong with lifting a 12-pound weight if that's all you can do. Everybody's at a different point currently in weightlifting. And if people hate on you for being lower than them in weight, that's just lame. Form is really everything in the gym, or else you're not even gonna get stronger. You're just gonna feel pain. All pain, no gain is really what ego lifters go through. Just to look tough in front of everybody. Some dudes will really have the worst form of all time. They'll just swing around 50-pound weights and not even be able to handle it. They'll have terrible form because they're not strong enough. Just because you got 50-pound weights in your hand when you can't even control it, that doesn't make you look tough. Yeah, whole lot of nothing is...
He moved nothing. Like, he moved nothing. He moved not. You did not push any weights. You couldn't even lift. Like, you lifted it, sure, but you couldn't push it, right? Gravity got the better of you.
Going on in this clip. He's really just moving this shit from point A to point B. There is no muscle being built. Like, it's not even going down to his chest. Can you even consider this a rep? This is really what it looks like when I'm at failure. I got...
He can't, yeah. Yeah, it does look like that. It does look like that. It does. It does. He essentially just, like, he doesn't move it, actually. He doesn't even go from point A to B. He just doesn't move it. Right? He hasn't pushed it. That's not a rep. He hasn't pushed it. He also doesn't have it down. He just literally went, flexing, kind of. But with the arms up into this direction.
Nothing left in the tank. Now, I don't know if he's trying to impress others or if it's just like a self-pride thing, but I don't know. Ego lifting to me is just not tough. Just slugging around weights with like terrible form. But if you have solid form, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's pretty impressive. Like, of course, push yourself, but sometimes there's really levels to this gym shit because you could really get hurt if you're not doing it correctly. If YouTube is listening, don't do this, please. You will seriously get hurt. Nobody's gonna care that you're lifting small weights. You risk getting a career-ending injury. You know, God forbid that happens, but it could. Next, we gotta talk about tough guy or alpha males, whatever you want to call them.
I was literally diagnosed as...
No, not that one. Not that one. Honestly, that's not alpha male. Every time I see clips of this dude, I just think he's gay. He's just a closeted homosexual, and that's it.
Somebody that's fearless. Yeah. I felt like I was a god.
I've talked about them before in videos. Okay, I made a whole ass video on tough guys. But one tough guy in particular really fits the fake demon category. King Azule.
That point on, my dad knew he couldn't take me. Now I was 13. He picked up a stick, a wooden stick, and he went to hit me over the head. And I did this, and it broke.
Yeah, it just broke. He just put his hand up and grabbed it, and that's it. No more wooden stick. This dude just had that brute force strength to just break it with one grab from his hand.
And then I took it out of his hand, threw it on the floor, kicked him in the leg, picked him up, and threw him on the coffee table. Coffee table broke in half. That's...
He was hypothetically 13. He's talking about how he broke the coffee table. He lifted his dad.
What?
Okay, let's get this out of the way. He looks like he would beat my ass now, for sure. But you know, to the first time viewer, this might look like a real story. Once you hear more and more podcast clips, you'll know he's just straight bullshitting.
The fractions that you cause with hitting the bone thickens the bone. I used to sit there and hit my shins with a hammer all fucking day. All fucking day.
You would sit there and hit... Okay, no. Now I know you're trolling. That's really the equivalent of saying, yeah, punch locker.
Interesting. Isn't that just that he's essentially bone smashing? Huh. Funny.
For fun. This dude is really an anomaly.
So they don't fuck up their hands by hitting somebody's head. Your head is the strongest bone in the body. And if you train it and bang it enough for a whole year, it becomes 4 times thicker. When we hurt people, and I learned that at a young age. That's what I learned from the
Interesting. Is that the reason why you fucking brain dead?
Shaolin monks.
What is this dude even on about? How many concussions has he gotten in his lifetime? This dude is really speed running concussions. But if he didn't really say anything ridiculous, I wouldn't even question it. I mean, he looks like he would beat my ass. But the reason I wanted to cover this again is because this is what happens when you cap on the internet. People don't take you serious. But despite him saying F students are inventors, and only the F students were capable of inventing crazy things, nobody else, he got invited to be a guest speaker at a school. I don't know how he pulled this off. And now he's on his motivational speech arc, and he was getting trolled the entire time.
I wake up in the morning before the sun. I wake up to say hi to the sun.
Cringe. I think something broke. I don't know. Oh god, the cringe. That's terrible.
They really acted like it was the toughest thing ever spoken. Just to troll. I don't know.
It's like he wakes up before the sun, but the sun is always up. It's just not up where you are right now, but it's always up. So how can you wake up before the sun? If anything, the sun is always awake. You're the only one who goes to bed.
They were just trolling, bro. They all had their phones out trying to get a clip. But yeah, if some dude that's been getting trolled and memed on the internet goes to your school, that's a viral clip right there. I mean, I believed him, bro, that he woke up in the morning before the sun. He says hi to the sun. Yeah, I felt that, bro.
I run a cold shower. I go into a cold shower just to get my body going. I go for a run, I go for a workout, and all of that is done before 6:30 a.m.
This is what happens when someone that says the F students are the inventors of the world goes to a school. You know, at least it was entertaining. He was really brightening people's days at the very least. Before I take you to another video on the end screen, thank you all so much for 500,000 subscribers. I couldn't have done it without you guys, so I want to thank you all again in video. Also, thank you to everybody who's been reacting to my videos. I've been seeing a lot of reactions recently, and I've seen the Jinxie reactions as well, which is crazy. If you told me 2 years ago it'd be reacting to me, yo, I'd say you're smoking crack. And hey, you dropped a sub. I appreciate it.
Duck, yo, this guy's actually like such a goated YouTuber. Chat, go sub to the
Agree with Jinxie. This guy's fun. So, to summarize, right? Yeah, we have that a bit, but I think that honestly that starts when they're already like really little, right? This like happens when your ego isn't exploded when you're a kidder. Then this is what happens, right? This is exactly where you end up. I remember, right? So we had a Serbian dude in middle school, right? I had a Serbian dude in class, right? And this guy had a massive ego, like massive. He would just randomly punch people. He would randomly start like fights, right? Eventually, my man just got slowly but surely corrected by the people around him, right? He would get eventually, right, starting around like eighth, ninth grade, bro was getting mop the floor with, right? Older people, right, from like right, ninth grade and 10th grade, right, when we were in 8th grade, would like he would start like fights with these, and he would get cooked by these, which was very interesting. He would eventually start getting cooked by the like others in our class, right? With a parallel class, or whatever you would call it, right? And even then, and eventually, I also humiliated the man, right? Because, you know, not really the smartest guy. I wonder what he's doing nowadays. Probably not being the smartest guy, I suppose. Anyway, it was interesting, right? We had like a Turkish dude as well that was acting this way. We had a bunch of like German dudes acting this way, but they were mostly just like poor retards essentially, right? Usually it's like always the same people. It's always the same people, right? Socially at the end, students causing issues. Regardless, it's very interesting. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please consider like and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. And subscribe to the duck and me, by the way. I'll see you next one. Take care, guys.